Hi guys, welcome back. So today we're going to make a new clutch. What we're needing to do is we need to make a stronger clutch, but because Daihatsus are rare, getting performance clutches is a little harder than would like. So we're going to use an old clutch and then a brand new clutch, and we're going to turn it into a performance clutch. The basics to it is as I've already started here, but you get this old diaphragm spring, from your old clutch, get your new diaphragm spring, put them together, put it back into the new housing. I've got a little washers here, and hey presto, performance clutch. Anyway, that was a short rundown. Let's get into actually doing it. Alright, there we go guys. That is the spring that we need. Okay, so we've got this new clutch, some cardboard and some paperwork and more paperwork. Hey! There we go. And this is looking better. So that's our disc, which we don't need currently because that doesn't change. Here we go. So this is the new, if I can get it out of this box one-handed, be an achievement. Excellent. This is our new housing, pressure plate, whatever you want to call it. So we're going to get that spring, well, not out, but we've got to undo this and pull it apart so that we can put another spring in there. So we'll get to doing that. Yeah, so before I start grinding, you know how I was talking, oh sorry, that's the camera light, didn't it? I was talking about those three little rivets, or lugs, whatever I called them, I can't remember. These are what I was talking about. So you've got three of them separated around this plate. They are what holds this unit together with these little sprung bits of steel going on here, which allow it to rotate a bit and compress. So if you just nick them off, what I'm going to do is I'm going to half grind them off and then I'll just chisel the rest off, trying not to take too much out of this plate. That'll allow this to come apart and allow us to get into this center part. So I'll get to grinding them off and hacking them off and doing whatever I need to without breaking it, and then we'll figure out what we're going to do inside. Yeah, so I've got the tops of those 3 rivets off. So now I'm just going to use this little punch and try and hit them out. This could get a little rough, so I apologise if the camera footage goes everywhere or the camera completely falls over. So, good luck to you guys to keep an eye out, and good luck to me to watch the camera fall over. Okay, so just before I knock this last one out, one thing you need to do is get a pen, and you need to mark it out on this plate and this plate so that when you put it back together, you get it in the right position. So that just allows for if there's any balancing that there has been done to the clutch, that it goes back in the same spot. It's just the safety really. So we'll turn it upside down like this, draw a Sharpie mark there, and go across like that. And then we'll draw another one just over here. Oh, finally got that one. I didn't quite nick that one down far enough when I ground it, so it was painful. Anyway, now it should come apart. Or not. They're all out, aren't they? Yes. Maybe I need 2 hands. That seems alright. Right, so I've got it apart. Turns out it's got these little springs here on each one of these mounts that clipped onto this diaphragm, which last ones haven't had, so that could make it a little interesting putting it back together. But we'll figure it out, because you don't stop trying until you can't try anymore. So we'll pull all these tabs back, which will allow us to pull the spring out. Beautiful. So as you can see, you've got these little rings, and the purpose of them is for spacing out this diaphragm so that when you push your clutch in, how it works is this will sit there like that. So as it is loose there, that's all of its pressure holding the clutch onto your mating surface, which is this, which then connects to that disc that we showed you, which then connects to your flywheel. Without these springs, this wouldn't go over center, and which means that it wouldn't disengage this properly from that disc in the flywheel, which would mean that it still grabs even when you push your clutch all the way in. So you need to make sure that when you're putting in a second spring in, you've got to remove one of these, and you've got to measure the length of all these so that you can get the spacing of this diaphragm as close as you can. Otherwise, it might work, but it might just like only disengage right at the peak of your travel of your foot pedal. So what I've done is over here somewhere in this one. So with these springs, they're 2 millimeters thick, both of these, and each one of these rings are 3 millimeters in diameter. So with 2 of these, it gives you 6 mil plus a 2 mil spring, brings it to 8 mil that you need to get in this width here between your bottom ring, your diaphragm, and your top ring. So by removing one of those rings and adding a spring, you find yourself at 7 mil. So what I've done is I got a bit of MIG wire, 1.2, so it's 0.2 over, but that shouldn't hurt it. And I'm going to put this on the bottom, so underneath these, and replace that bottom ring with this, just to space it out, and that'll get us that extra mil, so it'll come out at 8.2 mil. Okay, so what we're doing, I've already done 2, but it might help to have a helping hand just to hold it. otherwise it might scoot all over the place. But we're just pulling these tabs back over onto these new springs. Done. Okay, so that is the new diaphragm section back together. All the tabs folded back over with this ring and a little spacer in there. And yeah, now it is officially a performance clutch-ish, not together yet, but this diaphragm is a lot stronger. So now we just got to put it back together and then it's ready to go back in the car. Okay, so what we've got to do now is these old rivets, they've got to come out. So I'm going to cut these ends off which have got crap on them, which will just making it hard to push through. And then we're going to replace these with bolts. And then once we've done that, we can bolt this back to this main housing, and that's it. Good to go. Okay, so we've got 3 little bolts here, which will do the job. Now we've just got to line up our marks at which we drew, if I can find them. So that's number 2, number 2's over here. Okay, so we've got these 3 bolts and nuts in, but just to make sure they don't come loose and to tighten them a bit, what we're going to do is we're going to peen them. So put them on a nice hard surface and then basically just belt the crap out of the head so it'll flatten and tighten it. And that's it. All done. Okay, so that is the new clutch ready to go. We've got our pad, our plate, with the new spring in there, and it's ready to go. So thanks for watching, and make sure you come back next time and we'll put it in the car, maybe, can't guarantee that. But anyway, we are starting wiring and a few other things, so it's lots of everything. So catch you next time, have fun.